We are back with another video, and this one is showing you the best armor sets for each level. Now, first of all, this is not going to be actually showing you every single level because some of the levels don't have any armor sets, and I'm not showing individual pieces, just complete armor sets. Now, if you saw my other video, which was the best weapons for every level, if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link in the top right corner. But if you have seen that, this is going to be kind of similar to that, except I'm not going to be going into any detail regarding the armor sets. I'll just be showing you which ones are the best in my personal opinion for each level. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. You can turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my uploads. Let's get started. So for level 1 and 2, there's really no armor sets. There are some armor pieces, but we're going to be jumping right to level 3. So jump to Doomwood Forest. Now once you're here, you are going to want to head all the way to the Deadwood monster. Which is right in here. So when you kill this big guy, you have a chance of getting an armor piece drop. This is what you're looking for right here, and you can also get these as well. This is the armor set I'm talking about. Now back at the entrance of the Doomwood Forest again, if you head just up over here, you are going to be seeing the Megazard. And if you take down the Megazard, you have a chance of getting the Elven Guard belt. After that, you're going to want to head down here and into this little cave right around the corner. Now in here, you're going to see Deadtooth, and Deadtooth is the next thing you want to kill. Here you have a chance of getting the Elven Guard gloves from Deadtooth, so make sure you grab those. Then you want to jump back to the forest, and this time you are going to be heading over to the King Sneed's Fort, which is just along this little pathway, and you're going to want to head into here. So you are looking for the boots, I believe it is, and this you can get from Lieutenant Dan, as well as another one in this area that you can get it from as well. And there's the Elven Guard boots, grab those. Lieutenant Stan also drops it, and you can also, there's a low drop rate to get it from the guards in this area as well. The final piece of the set is just up here. You are looking to kill King Sneed. And there you go. That is the final piece you need, the Elven Guard helm. So the Elven Guard set is the best set for level 3. For level 4, you're going to want to talk to Robina, and you're going to see the Elven Guard crafting. Now this is only available if you have the thing, or maybe you have to get a certain way in the quest. Now level 4, you will have access to the shop, and this set here is the best for level 4. For level 5 set, you can jump to Dreadfool's Labyrinth. In Wilson's Fool's Crafting Craft Shop, you scroll down and you have the Mad Cap set right here. The only problem is you need a lot of stuff to get this, and the monsters in this area are really hard. So even though this is the best level 5 stuff, it's really hard to get and not really worth the grind unless you have a lot of help. Otherwise, it's recommended just to stick with miscellaneous stuff that has better stats than the armor set that you pick up at level 4. And at level 8, you're going to be going to the Livingstone Caverns. And then talk to Warlord Gamash. And in here, you've got the Livingstone Craft Shop, and it is the Pebbler set. This is a really good level 8. Now some of the stuff you can get at level 6, which is fine. You could put those on when you get to level 6. Go and grab those, and then you can complete the set at level 8. Also at level 8, if you jump to the World Tree. Once here, you're going to be wanting to fight the elementals. So if you go over here, you've got the water elementals. You can take these guys down, and you're going to be getting a chance of getting the warrior, the spiritual warrior armor set. The drop rate is kind of low, so honestly, it's probably easier to go for the Pebbler than it is to go for this set. There's the shoulders right there. So depends on how lucky you are, this could take a while. There's the armor right there. This is also dropped by the water elements. The earth elements are just over here. The earth elements also have a chance of dropping the armor piece, and you can get the belt from the earth ones as well. If you head up this bridge right here, and you've got the fire elements right up here, and they have a chance of dropping the gloves. And you also get a chance of dropping the helm from them as well, but the air elements also drop the helm, so it depends on what you want to go for. The air elements drop the spiritual warrior boots. And the air elements also have a chance of dropping the helm as well, but that is the set right there, minus the helm, which I didn't feel like farming for. It didn't take me that long to get this set, but it would take you longer if you're a lower level. Either way, this is probably the best level 8 set, but you could go for the Pebbler Shell if you don't want to go for these. While you're in this area at level 9 in the Spirit Crafting Craft Shop, you've got the Soothsayer set, and this is the best gear for level 9. At level 10, you have two choices. The first one is found in Doomwood Forest. And then just head right over this way, head to the left, and over here you've got this guy right here. If you talk to him, you've got the Doomwood Crafting, and in here you've got the Ashen Plate Armor set. And this is the best gear, well, the best set for level 10. At level 11, you've got a helm you could put on with it, but you won't be keeping this for too long because at level 11, you're going to be jumping to Westmer. You're going to want to talk to Titan, and in the Westmer Crafting, scroll down and you have the Shadow Walker Armor. This is the best armor set for level 11. You also have another option, which is the Lightbringer, and the stats aren't much better and it takes way longer to get this set, so I would go with the Shadow Walker Armor set, plus it looks really nice for level 11. For level 12, you're going to be jumping over to the Dragon Graveyard, and you're going to head down this way and talk to this mushroom. Now you've got a couple options in here. The first option is the Mushronin armor set. You've got two different armor pieces here, and this is really good armor for level 12. I'm not sure if this is better than the level 11 armor or if it's really worth the grind, but if you're in the area and you like the set, you might as well go for it because it's pretty good for level 12. Now you also have two other options in this area. There is some armor sets that are dropped. The Heavy Dragon Rider armor set and the Defiler Bandit. Now the problem to get the Heavy Dragon armor set, which I made a video on, that is going to take a really long time, especially if you're by yourself. The Defiler also takes quite a while to get. So for a level 12, unless you just want to keep the level 11, it's not really worth the grind to go for these sets. If you're interested in the Heavy Dragon Rider, I'll put a link in the top right corner. You can go and watch that video as it shows you how to get that armor set. For the Defiler, you have to fight different people and they drop these sets right here. So I'll put a list right here of the monsters you need to fight to get this set. But out of the three of those, I'm not really sure which is better. So you can kind of pick and choose between the three of them, or just stick with Mushronin, or again stick with the level 11, depending on what you want to do. At level 14, you're looking at the Dragon Rider set. Now to get this, unfortunately, you are going to need the Heavy Dragon Rider armor. The stats are good for level 14, but you're not going to be keeping this armor set for very long, and the grind is going to be difficult. So this set is the best for level 14, but I'm not sure if you're going to want to put the time involved, considering the next set you're going to be getting will be coming up pretty soon and is better than this. For the next armor set, you're going to be jumping to Skull Tower. To get there, you're going to type in Join Skull Tower. And once you're here, you're going to want to talk to Artix. In the craft shop, you have three options: the Shadowed armor set, the Shadowed Blood armor set, or the Shadowed Plate armor set. If you decide to go for the shadowed armor set, you are going to be having more attack. This is more of an attack based. The blood is a well balanced build, and the shadowed plate is a defensive. So depending on what style you like to go with, you could choose one of these options. Now this is also a difficult grind, especially by yourself, but it does have good stats. There's also another option for level 15 if you jump to the Dragon Slayer camp in Ashfall. Talk to Cinna, and in the craft shop you have the Drake Hunter. This is also a level 15, and this is actually a pretty good level 15. It's got good armor, good attack, the belt, everything has, you've got 3 different options that you can choose. Now this is a pretty difficult grind, but it does have pretty good stats. So if you don't want to go for the other set, you want to go for this, you can, you've got that option. At level 16, you're going to stay in this area because just over here, you're going to come up here and you're going to go across this chain. And in this book right here, you have a craft option. This is the Scale Slayer armor set. Now, if you saw my best weapons for every level, then you already know that I pointed out the Scale Slayer. This is the rest of the set. Now I already have a video showing how you can get all of this, so I'll put a link to that in the top right corner. You can go check that out. For level 18, you have 2 options. The first is found in the Underworld. Once you get here, if you turn around, you can go through this door right here and go to Deja's Challenge. In here, talk to the Allegiant Apostle, and in the craft shop, you have the option to get the Vindicator set. And this is a really good armor set. To get it, you need to fight the Undead Warrior and then get the Undead Warrior stuff. I believe I have a video on this, so I'll put a link to that in the top right video. You can go check that out as it will give you the details. You also have another option if you jump over to Darkovia and go to Darkhurst. And here you're going to want to talk to Shadow Slayer W. Now if you have not done the quests from Shadow Slayer, you would want to, because you have an option of getting the Shadow Slayer E set, which is actually pretty decent in stats, but then you have another set that you can get called the Shadow Slayer R, and this is an even better set with good stats. So if you don't want to go for the Vindicator, you'd rather go for this, you've got your options. They're both pretty good for level 18. For level 20, you're going to be jumping over to Ashfall again, but this time you're going to Mount Ashfall Camp. And here we're going to be talking to Cinna again in the trophy hunting area. You've got Trophy Exchange, and there's 2 sets here that are really good. The Dragon Berserker armor set and the Talons armor set. Now this is more for an defensive player. So if you prefer having more defense, this is the set you'd want to go for. If you prefer having more offense, this would be the set you'd want to go for. At level 22, you'd want to jump over to Lalosia. And similar to the Dragon Berserker and Talon set, you have 2 sets here that you'd want to go for. The first is found over here. Right here, you have the shell thing, and this is the Clogmorai set. Clogmorai set, and this is actually a really good set for defense and stuff. You've got another option over here. If you talk to this guy right here in the shark thing, you have this set here, and this is when I was level 22, this is what I went with because it had heavy attack, which is what I preferred. So this was the set that I went with. At level 23, we're going to be jumping over to Frostvale. And you're going to want to talk to Blizzy in the Frostvale craft. Scroll all the way down, and you've got some options here for a level 23 armor set. And this is a pretty good armor set for level 23, but pretty hard to get. This is one of those heavy grinds. At level 25, we are going back to the Underworld. And heading back into this door, you actually have an option to go to the Arena of Souls. If you go into this little skull right here, you're going to have the Arena Crafts right here. And this is the armor set you want. It's the Legion Heretic armor set. Really tough grind, but really good stats. How is it that that has even better health and armor than what I currently have? I got level 27 stuff on. But that's what I mean. This stuff is really good armor set. So it's a hard grind, really hard grind, but really good set. Also looks really cool, but I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it yet. Another option you have is to go to the castle, which I can't do from here, so I gotta jump to Battle On. And then I gotta go to the castle. To get there, you're gonna have to go to Darkovia Castle. And once you're in the castle, you're just gonna wanna head straight. And once you get through these doors, you're gonna wanna cut to the right and go down this little trap door. I'm assuming by now you've already done the quests in this area, because if you haven't, you're gonna have to get access to this place. But you're gonna wanna come up here and you're gonna wanna go across this hellish nightmare of a trap. Oh yeah. Endless running in my death. Look at that, I'm still running. So once you get across here, you're going to want to go into, oh no you're not, you're going to want to go into this dungeon right here, and this is the armor set you want, the blood armor set. And if you go into this option right here, you've got the Blood Guardian stuff right here. You've also got the gold armor set as well, and this is also a really good armor set. So if you don't feel like grinding for the Legion Heretic, this is your other option right here, because it's pretty good stats for level 25. At level 26 there's not anything, so at level 27 you're going to want to jump to Arkengrove. I'm going to use myself as an example. For level 27 I've kind of got a mix between two of the best armor sets. So you're going to want to head to the tower, and once you're here you're going to want to head up the stairs and through this doorway. And then you're going to want to make your way up to the Archmage, and you've got the craft shop right here. This is your option right here. So you have a very aggressive, this is for the offensive player, and then you have the defensive. So if you put a nice balance between the two of them, you've got a pretty nice build. Good defense, good attack. So this is how I do it. That's why I have kind of a mixed thing. And there you go, that takes care of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.